It's about to start recording.
Okay.
Okay, the recording has started.
Perfect. All right. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's Mayor's Managers meeting for Wednesday, November 23rd. Online with me is Assistant City Clerk Sarah Harkness, City Attorney Tamara Niles, Deputy City Manager Tim Dodd, and Mayor Pro Tem Steve Ward. Tim, I'll let you lead.
Great, thanks, Mayor. And Sarah, if you don't mind, could you maybe move it a little bit to the left just so I could see the full consent box? Thanks. All right, great. So talking about November 28th, which is the meeting we have coming up after Thanksgiving week, it's a study session. The first one is presentation 4, phase 2 of the city charter review project, beginning to end review of charter provisions. And it looks like we have times for those. So presentation 30, discussion 20. Code next, housing and neighborhoods. Presentation for that 20 minutes and discussion 120 minutes. Then the monthly financial. And I know this is probably number 3 because the other 2 have outside people presenting, but given that this is usually kind of quick, would you both be okay if we move the monthly financial report to the beginning, just so I think Director Lowe will be out of the office, just so Manager Ingalls could leave after that?
Yeah, I think we can slide it in, just be quick with it. I'm expecting no surprises on that one, so.
I think we should do charter review first. We're paying outside counsel an hourly rate to be in the study session. So I think we should take that first.
Okay. Great, and then the next one, housing assessment study update, 20-minute presentation, discussion 40 minutes. That's it on the 28th.
I have one question or I wanted to bring up about that date. You guys are looking, if you take just one break and you have the full 2 hours of discussion, the full 20 minutes for the presentation for Code Next, you're looking to get out of there around 10:40. Once we put the agenda together, I just wanted to make sure that you guys are okay with that, or if you wanted to discuss coming in earlier.
Well, let me do the math on this, because I think the second one, that Code Next, I think the discussion was the presentation discussion, we were just eyeballing for 2 hours. So then 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. So for that, does that put us at 10 o'clock? But again, you're right, Sarah. We may go long,
Okay.
Which is the concern here.
I guess my question too was, did you want the presentation and discussion total to be 120 or just the discussion?
Yeah, but again, that may be a discussion that may take longer. But yeah, I was just in terms, I was saying like maybe 100 minutes for the discussion, 20 minutes for the presentation.
Okay, that's helpful.
But yeah, I think it's the way that we have it set up, I think is the way we need to go, and we'll start at 6. I think if we were thinking about starting early, we probably should have brought it up this past Monday.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about starting early. I think 120 minutes or 100 minutes on the discussion is just an estimate to give us a buffer, a reasonable amount of time to discuss it. I don't know that it will go that long.
Okay, that's helpful for putting the agenda together.
All right, so now on to the 5th. So it's a regular meeting, so a couple study session items. 2, one is an overview of proposed short-term rental revisions. Presentation 10 minutes. We don't have a discussion time for that yet set.
I'm guessing at least 20 for that discussion.
Yeah.
Okay. The next is, so this is a House bill that passed in the legislative session last year to create turf replacement programs. And so this is basically a report out from a graduate student who's been doing this research. And it will also be a discussion of a related program called Garden in a Box. That's one of the projects in our strategic plan. I'll talk to Mel. 30 minutes seems quite lengthy for the presentation. So if you're amenable, I think I can get that down to 10 or 15.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe a 10-minute discussion, maybe a 15-minute, or excuse me, 10-minute presentation, 15-minute discussion.
Okay. Then on to regular items. So we have the Civic Center storage area, end of life replacement. It's an IT item, not on consent. It's a resolution. Purchase of 2 utility bed trucks from Brandon Dodge. That's a resolution. Do we want that on consent?
We're looking at number 10, the 2 utility beds.
Yep.
I would say yes, but I know that these normally get pulled.
I agree. What department is that for, Tim? Do you know?
It's coming from Public Works, but I do not know what department the 2 truck beds will be used from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So leave it on consent, Steve?
I think it's better that way. They've routinely gotten pulled on vehicle
Yeah.
purchases.
Okay, and then we have a recognition, the student art calendar recognition, and we also, if you're amenable, I don't think I've put it in yet, but I mentioned on Monday night, our new public works director will be starting on that Monday. So if you're both okay with it, we could just add a quick acknowledgement of him as well.
Yeah, of course.
Then renewal of AEC West contract for 2003. Should that be on consent?
I want to have it on consent just because yeah, this is an annual thing. I say yes, and then we'll see if it gets pulled.
Agreed.
Okay, renewal agreement number 2 with MV Transportation for 2023 operations of the Englewood trolley. Take that on consent.
Renewal agreement number 2. I would say yes, but I know that dollar amount, we're not picking up that entire amount. So we're picking up what, 100,000 of it?
Yeah, it's a portion. I'm not exactly sure.
Okay. I would say yes on that, Tim. But I can see that getting pulled as well.
Okay. EVE contract renewal for landscaping ground maintenance services.
Contract
I don't think
renewal.
that'll fly on consent.
Yeah, I would say no on that one.
Okay. This is similar EVE contract renewal for snow and ice services.
Yeah, same, just based on the contract amount for that one, though.
Yep. Okay, and then it looks like still on December 5th, but it looks like some of these we've already decided. You've already decided consent or not, but let's go through them quickly. So CB 37, approval of an ordinance Title 11, Chapter 1B. I won't read all of that, of the Englewood Municipal Code regarding traffic procedures and definitions. Looks like that's on consent. CB 63, approval of a bill for ordinance authorizing an IGA intergovernmental agreement between the City of Littleton and the City of Englewood regarding cost sharing for reviewing and evaluating sewer connector district agreements. That's currently on consent. CB 73, approval of an ordinance creating EMC 144 regarding collection of debts owed to the city. That's currently on consent. CB 70, approval of an ordinance amending EMC 76C6 to update municipal code to reflect current city property ownership. Currently not on consent. And
That should be. I think they all passed 5-0.
okay.
It's not the
That's
second
right.
reading. Mhm.
Yeah, we'll update that.
Okay, thanks, Sarah. Yeah, that's row 19. CB 39, approval of an ordinance amending Title 7, Chapter 1A, several sections of Englewood Municipal Code regarding animal impoundment. That is not on consent.
That should be as well.
Mhm.
Okay. And then CB 64, approval of a bill for an ordinance authorizing execution of a Comcast dark fiber agreement, and not, that's first reading, not on consent.
Yep. I agree with that.
That is a lease agreement. So I don't know, I looked at it and didn't see anything that would prohibit not putting it on consent.
Mm.
It didn't look to be controversial, but sometimes I don't have a good grasp of that either.
Yeah, I'd like to leave it off consent. It's related to fiber. We've had some discussions on fiber. It's a 10-year agreement. I think it bears discussion.
Okay. So December 12th, you have your annual holiday dinner. And then the social, which will obviously be after the meeting, is also on there. On-call contracts with stormwater maintenance and repair. Do we want to go through these for determine if they should be on consent at this meeting?
No, not at that.
Okay.
I'll say no on that.
Would you like me, Mayor, to run? Oh, sorry.
But I was gonna say, no, we don't have to go through consent for these at the moment.
Okay. Would you like me though to go through the agenda items for this one?
Yes, just to see what's on the agenda for the 12th, because it looks pretty lengthy right now.
Yeah, so we have the on-call contracts. It looks like we currently don't have a study session, but I think that might be by design. On-call contracts for stormwater maintenance and repair, contract amendment agreements for on-call engineering services with EST, North Inglewood storm sewer inventory and asset management contract award, 2022 strategic plan update for Q3, executive session on legal guidance on the water utility, South Inglewood flood reduction project easement acquisition bill for a first reading, Dry Gulch IGA bill for a first reading, approval of an ordinance authorizing an amendment for the IGA with the Mile High Flood District for the design right-of-way acquisition and construction of drainage and flood control facilities for South Inglewood Basin. It's first reading. Ordinance amending Inglewood Municipal Code 147, restitution of victims of ordinance violations, first reading as well.
Okay.
Sorry.
I don't think I have any questions. Yeah, so no study session because we have the dinner that night, so, okay.
Sorry about the background noise. Would you like to go to stop there to go through the third really quickly?
Yeah, well, I was just gonna say, the only thing that I want to mention about January is just the comment that Member Newton made about the library, so just having a discussion at study session sometime in January. So I don't think that we have that on the calendar yet, but just as an FYI. Sarah, do we have a place on this document to kind of making sure that we just schedule the study session items?
Yeah, we can make sure that we
Okay.
have a placeholder for it. I believe Christina will probably be putting in a
Yeah.
request for that.
Okay, cool. That was it. I know that we said January, so. Okay. I don't think we need to go through the new year unless there was something new that was added. Actually, I changed my mind on that. Tim, can we go to the 18th? Because that's going to be the public hearing.
Yep.
So it says 17th. I thought it was the 18th, but either way. So we're gonna keep it to just these two items, correct?
Yes, that's what I believe.
Yeah, we're gonna limit what else is on the agenda for that night. Okay. Cool. That's all I have, and I think it is the 18th just because of MLK Day on the 17th.
Yeah, I think so too. So
It's actually the MLK Day is on the 16th, so it is the 17th.
Been telling people the wrong date then. All right.
And I did have a question. I had someone already call. They wanted to sign up for public comment that day. They really want to speak at the hearing. But are you guys going to be doing public comment that night or just the hearing?
We probably need to have public comment, right?
Okay.
Tamara?
Yes, we will have public comment, but per our new council rules, if it's on a matter related to the public hearing, they can only speak on the public hearing.
Right.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I was telling him, and he's like, I insist. So I was like, okay, perfect. We'll get you signed up, and then he can figure that out there.
And I see what my mistake was. I was looking at the 2022 calendar, not the 2023 calendar. So thanks for the correction on that, Sarah. I have been telling people the wrong date. Okay. perfect. I have no other comments. Anything from you, Mayor Pro Tem?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah, perfect. Anything from staff?
I had a couple really quick things, Mayor. The first one is just as a reminder, and we'll get this in here. Right now, we have a hold for your annual retreat for the Saturday, the 21st. So Crystal will be, she hasn't already reached out about the calendar. We'll be reaching out about that. We'll be working to put together an agenda like we did for last year. And then I did not have any council requests for Monday night. However, I did, member Noonan Camp did mention about having staff look into the city and county of Denver's protocols related to licenses for tree work. So I did reach out to Deputy Director Tim Hose about that. And then also a few questions about kind of the EV for city council that we're looking into when people are coming in remote. But other than that, I did not have any council requests.
Okay. Thanks for that, Tim. Actually, Tim, so we are going to have 2 Saturday sessions then. So there's one on the 21st, which is what we've done in previous years, and then also again on the 11th of February with the DDA and just around the city center master plan, I guess. Something along those lines. Am I right in understanding that?
Yes, I do think that there was a work, yes, to put together that for February
Okay.
as well.
Just because I wasn't sure if the one in February was going to take the place of the one that we normally do in January as just council. So it's good. It's good to know.
Yeah, I don't think that was the intent. I think
I don't think so either.
yeah, Shawn had asked me to kind of work on a similar retreat to what we did last year with a few additions for you to consider at a future one of these meetings. But if you'd like to give direction on trying to consolidate them or spacing them out, we could certainly try.
I'll just bring it up during Monday's council meeting to just make council aware and just see if any council has any pushback. But the February 11th has to stay just because I know that the DDA and others that are involved are already shooting for that date. Well, maybe we could talk about the January one. Anyway, that's anything else, Tim?
That's it.
Anything else from staff?
I don't have anything.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for your time today. Happy Thanksgiving, and Mayor Manager's meeting is now concluded. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.
You too.
Bye-bye.